Somebody who is working out
and gorgeous.
And gorgeous herself, yeah, working out. Lindy Free is working out there. What's going on, Lindy?
Hi, so we're literally across the street from you guys at Integrity Performance CrossFit. This is Kate's home away from home, and you actually drugged me here one day, and I haven't been back ever since, but I will. So today, stick with us because we're going to go over what to wear to CrossFit. We're going to have a little race, show you what CrossFit's all about, and you may even have a chance to win a free session. So today, we're going to be training with the owners here.
Keith
And Steve. And yeah, so stick with us because we have some prizes to give away. And for now, we are going to just warm up while you guys wait for us to come back.
Yeah, oh yeah, go ahead, you warm up. Oh, with her mug, I love it.
Be careful there, Lindy.
So stick with us, guys.
Wait a minute, they're warming up and she's just sitting there watching them. That's how you do CrossFit.
She's pretending, yeah.
Yeah, who knew? CrossFit, have you, now you've tried CrossFit before, haven't you, Kate?
I'm a regular at CrossFit, so yes.
I think Lindy's doing CrossFit.
We'll have to ask her about that when she comes back. Chair exercises or something.
You know, some great exercises probably because these ladies commute all the time, they're riding their cycles. Would CrossFit be an option for you too?
I feel like just biking is enough for me. It means I don't have to go to the gym.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
And it keeps me in shape. So for me, biking's enough.
I started biking to avoid the gym, so.
You got it right. And how about you skiing, Janet?
Well, I actually do a lot of biking. Ian Deans is a ski cross athlete, and he mentioned biking is great for cross training for skiing. So I've been doing a lot more cycling indoors at the gym in Canmore, and I've actually found that my legs are a lot stronger for skiing.
Smart.
Yeah, very smart. Well, we're also talking about the Pembina Institute released a study that says the closer you live to work, the less you might actually be paying. So even though you live downtown, your place is more expensive, the commute now is actually more costly than a higher mortgage. So for you guys, I mean, as long as I guess you're living within cycling distance of work, you
saving
might
a lot of
save some
money.
money. So the discussion is it worth it now to live in the suburbs and commute into town?
Did you live in the suburbs?
No, I bought my house about 4 years ago in Mount Pleasant purposefully for the location. It's close to get downtown, close to get out to the mountains, and then close enough to get to work. So for me, that was, I was willing to pay more for the house for a lifestyle that I preferred than versus spending a lot of time in a vehicle or a train.
Yeah, because it is becoming more expensive. Well, maybe not gas right now, but
really.
car payments and insurance. So.
Or even parking downtown. I mean,
Well, yeah.
what are the rates like now?
And just being able to walk when you're downtown, you're just surrounded by so many more amenities. You're able to walk to places where there's a lot of times when you live in the suburbs, you have to get in your car to drive everywhere. So I used to live in Kensington in Calgary, and it was a really walkable neighborhood. I could walk to get my groceries, walk to get a coffee, whereas you can't do that in different communities on the outskirts of Calgary.
Yeah, it's true. Mind you, they're building communities now that seem to be self-contained. I've noticed that as well too.
And of course, weather plays a factor here in Calgary when it comes to our commutes. But these two ladies here have decided to cycle right through the winter and challenge themselves. Take a look.
If you're a Calgarian, you know that cycling in our city has its challenges. Along city streets, on pathways, through ever-changing weather conditions. Once you understand these difficulties, you appreciate the efforts of those who have challenged themselves to ride year-round. Imagine the stories. Imagine the close calls. Imagine their connection with nature. Two Calgary women have been documenting their adventures through their blog with the hope that like minds will join them in their journey.
I bet you two have stories. I bet you have stories. What is your story, though, how you two met and how this all began?
Sure, Kayley and I met through work. We started cycling to our office, and which has since changed locations. During the flood, we were our job was reclassified to work down in flood-affected areas, and so it was easier for us to get around on our bikes than it was to take a vehicle and try to access inner city communities that were flood affected. So it was the easiest way for us to get around, and from there we started commuting more and more to work. And we were commuting spring, summer, and fall. And we thought, what are we going to do when the snow falls? We normally would take the train.
Yeah, but this year we decided, hey, we don't want to lose our leg muscle, so why don't
we don't want to go to CrossFit.
So why don't we keep biking? And then the best way to do that is make a public commitment. So Kim and I decided to start a Twitter feed and a blog and share our stories, mostly just for ourselves to see how it went this summer or during the winter. And then it's kind of snowballed.
Got it.
It's quite interesting because on your blog you do show your routes that you each take to get to work. And for me, I find it really overwhelming to think about even getting on a bike in this city because I didn't grow up here. But once I saw that you guys have a commute and it was, what, 30 minutes each?
Yeah.
I was like, that's totally doable. And you go from the northwest down to downtown.
Yeah, I come from the southwest, and we're both around 8 kilometers each, and completely different routes, but both manageable because Calgary has a really great network of bike infrastructure. Well,
And it's only getting better.
yeah, it's getting better.
So, you know,
Yeah.
in that video clip, we saw the conditions too. There are some really ugly, slushy, icy conditions right now too.
Yeah.
You're dealing with that every day.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because through the summer you get a little bored on your route. So now that winter comes, every single day is different. It's like, what kind of adventure is my bike ride going to bring? So slush is challenging, ice is okay, and then it's really nice to have clear roads.
Would you guys like to see more cycle tracks? Or are you okay with being on the road with cars?
I think having separated cycle tracks does make it easier for more people to access routes, and it's safer for cars and it's safer for pedestrians and for cyclists as well to have those separated routes. And I think it's proven that the safer the infrastructure is, the more people will use it. And I think as women cycling, there are a lot of men that are pretty fearless, but we're a little bit on the cautious side. So for us, the more infrastructure there is to support cycling in our city, I think that's for the best.
Especially in the downtown core, I think it'll be a really great addition to downtown to have
Yeah.
a cycle track.
Is there quite a cost involved here, the startup cost? Because I'm looking at both of your bikes here. These are not just your run-of-the-mill, here's $100 and let's go for a ride bikes. You've invested some money here, ladies.
Well, actually, I got my bike off Kijiji for $60. This is
Good
my
for you.
winter bike, and so I have a nicer bike for the summer, which I didn't want to get destroyed by the road salt and gravel. And then the most expensive thing on my bike is actually my studded tire, which was $85, which I got on sale.
Good
So
for you.
of course, yeah, I'm a deal hunter, and actually my light was also expensive. Those are the two things that actually outweighed the cost of my actual bike.
And a helmet.
Yeah, and helmet. I had that though anyway.
But what about the gear?
What do you wear?
Yeah.
And then what do
Well-
you do when you go to work? I mean, if you're going to work, if you're in an office scenario, what do you change into?
That's a good question.
We live in Calgary, so the gear is kind of comes with the place we live. So we have to play outside anyways. So I haven't had to invest anything in what I wear that's different. And then in the wintertime, I carry my clothes, and we have a big pile of shoes at work.
Oh yeah, big pile of shoes at work. So we can rotate out shoes, and I have a stack of pants at the office as well.
Yeah.
And then we
You
have.
plan for it. You just have to
Yeah.
plan for it, right?
That's all it is. And I think as far as gear goes, we have a lot of stuff from skiing or from cross-country skiing, downhill skiing,
Yeah.
being outside in
Even
general.
going
So
for walks outside.
yeah, we all have that kind of stuff.
Saddlebags?
I have saddlebags.
And I wear a backpack.
But I won
Good backpack, yeah.
I won the commuter challenge at work last year, so yes.
Sweet on you. Good for you.
So I won a free bike and
Is that really? Is that?
yeah,
Wow.
and then saddlebags to go with it. So I got set up there, and then again I invested in a front studded tire, again $80, and then a rear regular tire. So
And if you really do the math, it's probably a lot cheaper in the long run
Oh,
to do
yes.
some cycling. And
a
again,
car.
your health, there's benefits to that. You see nature every morning.
I
Fresh
did
air?
Yeah, I did my yearly budget, and what I was looking at when I was driving, and now I save almost $4,000 a year by biking, and that includes all of my
No
bike
kidding.
equipment. So
And I ended up just selling my vehicle
yeah.
today. So
Wow.
yeah,
And mine is going up for sale because we just don't need it.
I'll make you a
Interesting.
deal.
yeah.
You're going to buy their car?
Well, sure, why not? She's selling it. Maybe she'll give me a good deal on it. Well, that leads us to our trending poll question, which has to do with cycling. Would you ever consider cycling year-round in Calgary? You would consider it yes, do, no, consider never, or 100% absolutely yes. Post your answer on Twitter or Facebook. You'll find the link to our trending poll question. Vote now, vote often at Trending on Shaw.
There you go. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know.
Be worth a try.
It would be worth a try, definitely. We're going to go back to Lindy now, who's working out at the CrossFit gym. What you doing over there, Lindy? holding her mug. That's for sure.
Yeah, so we're talking what to wear when you come to CrossFit. So what are the essentials? Last time I came here with Kate, I forgot my shoes, and they were nice enough to get someone to lend me some. But if you're coming here for the first time, what do you need to wear?
Shoes.
Okay.
No, you want to bring something that you can move around in, okay? We have our athletes doing just about anything imaginable, okay? We really use our bodies here, so we're moving in all positions. So it has to be something that's maneuverable that you can stretch around in, okay?
Okay.
And obviously something not heavy. What we do here can be fairly high intensity at times. So if you're wearing a sweater and a long sleeve shirt like this, and you know, pants like this, you're gonna get pretty hot. So we want fairly light wear.
Okay,
light
and
gear.
make sure you got a Shaw logo.
Yeah, absolutely, Shaw logo, that's right.
And of course, water bottle. You gotta stay hydrated, or a trending mug.
Yeah, we always want people to bring some sort of hydration with them. If you give us a bunch of free mugs, we'll have people fill up their water in those.
Perfect.
Yeah, you got to have hydration because, as I said, what we do here is high intensity, and the body needs to stay hydrated to keep working at efficiency.
Okay, awesome. And then, so we're warming up right now. We're gonna do a few stretches. It's probably not a proper stretch, but coming up, stick with us because we're gonna do a bunch of really hard CrossFit type exercises, and that's gonna include.
Well, we're going to start with some burpees and sprinting, as well as some box jumps, and I'm actually going to try to teach Lindy how to climb a rope.
Yes, I'm gonna climb a rope coming up. So we're gonna just start doing our exercises. There's one called the camel cat.
Cat camel, yeah.
How do you do that?
It's a back mobilization, and I can show you right now.
Okay.
Steve can explain
This is the cat camel.
Yeah, so he's trying to go into very deep spinal flexion and then extension.
And he looks like a cat, half camel.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Let's hear the sound effects. Okay, so we're gonna keep doing our stretches and hydrating ourselves. So stick with us because we're gonna do some really hard stuff coming up.
One thing,
Fun, Lindy.
yeah, one thing about Lindy, she does know how to burp. She is a burper.
I don't know if she likes us telling everyone that, but
She's going to do burpees.
oh, burpees. I get it. That's not burping.
Oh, yeah.